Rita on that. I mean, let's go ahead and turn all of these in. Ha! In here I feared I was sending you to your death. Glad you gave that rascallion Dre Snaggle his comeuppance. Man who can dispense justice will always have a place by my side. Amber Choker, Roulette Choker, Tourmaline Gold Piece. How does this compare? Definitely an upgrade. We'll go with the Rubelite. Rubelite. Job well done. Let us see how the fishbacks fancy that. Each day, the hordes of slimy Sahagin soldiers threaten to take our beloved gates. Pray the day never comes, but prayer alone will not suffice. Thanks to you, today will not be that day. I do not care about earrings because we have Menfinas. This was a Endwalker pre-order bonus. But they're scaling rings that give you bonus experience, and yeah. They're always going to be the best until you hit the level when they stop scaling, which I think is 80. That'll teach those Reavers that they reap what they sow. Rest assured in the knowledge you've made the seas safer for all. And these are ranged physical DPS, ranged magical DPS, and is that healing? Either way, I don't care. I want the money. Someone else has another quest for me. What do you want, Felgrita? Our triumphant hero returns, and I imagine it'll be some time before the Serpent Reavers and the Sagin rear their ugly heads again. More importantly, we needn't worry about Leviathan rearing his head. The Maelstrom, indeed all of Limsa Lumensa, owes you a debt of gratitude, and please send my regards to Radolf. Oh, what do you want, Ellis? Guarding a wall so vast as Tidegate requires the manpower of 2 brigades, and maintaining a unified defense requires they act in tandem. This task has been entrusted to the brigades of the brothers Nortmarn and Slarhet, yet I fear they hold each other in esteem far from fraternal, bickering over the slightest of unintended slights. So I ask you, an outsider, namely you, to bring provisions to Nortmon and of the north side and Tharlhet of the south side, to allay any appearance of impropriety. You set aside 2 perfectly equal sets of rations for them. Oh, you'll literally have your hands full convincing them of that. Oh god, these pain in the butt brothers again. If you have come looking for Slarhet, you've found him. Now what of it? Got some food for you. Ah, but what is you have brought us? Salted fish? You insult my men with brine-soaked brill, while my brother dines on the fresh fruits of the sea? God, I hate these two. You just, like, be happy with literally anything ever? You just assume that your brother gets better? Hey, I'm Nortmund. Adventure? What business have you here? Ah, rations? An adventure bearing rations is always welcome. But I cannot help but think you bear even more rations for my brother's men. I don't, but literally nothing I can say will convince you of that. So why even bother? I take it you witnessed their silly sibling rivalry firsthand, and now understand why some wonder whether the two can cooperate long enough to hold the wall. But nothing unites like a common enemy, and I have no doubt the brothers will set aside their petty differences when faced with the greater danger. Are we done? Nope, you have another one. Maelstrom needs your help. We would open South Tidegate to welcome returning detachment, but doing so would expose us to the Sahagin. Thus, we aim to launch a diversionary attack along the north side and lure the Sahagin hordes away from the open gate. Seek out Nortman at North Tidegate. The offensive falls under his command. So, in order to protect... They hate each other. Where am I? Where am I going? So you're putting control of something that is literally just help protect your brother in the hand of the guy who hates his brother. Understood. Terrible idea, but I hear you. So you've come to help bail my beleaguered brother out from under trouble's foot once more. Very well. All you need to do is slay a pair of the skittish little sea slugs. That ought to summon the lot of them. Doop, 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 doop. They're not sea slugs. Supposed to do... Nope. Okay. Sure as rain. Our subtle stratagem drew the southerly Saysods away from the open gates. The men of the detachment send their gratitude. And those are not our class rings, and that cleared. Radolf. Radolf is in Waking Sands. Okay. So our next step is the kobolds. Doing the two that I'm... This is not the right location. That's... I mean, I'm here, I guess, accidentally, but I'm here. I think this is just a dungeon unlock. I'm a queen. You're one of Aline's, aren't you? That one's got a ghost in her attic, you know. Keep sending all her adventures to that damn place she calls a palace, thinking you're gonna bring her feller back. It was Sonos that day. One of them her feller. My best friend was another. As soon as we walked in, Tonberry attacked. It was dark, and we couldn't get purchase on the floor, for 'twas covered in lake slime, then in blood. What's more there to say? Only Aline and I made it out by the grace of the 12. Everyone else is dead. Leave him behind? Leave my brother by another blood? If I hadn't seen what the Tonberry left? I saw no treasure there, only death. I said my piece. You still want to see for yourself? That's your business. I'll ferry you there. For my adventuring days are over, and I'm the boatman of this lake. She thinks they all live, you see. All 5 of them hiding from the Tonberry somewhere in the palace. She tried to flee the infirmary. She told folk about her friends needing rescuing. And she got sly. Oh, poor lost Aline. The light ring. Yeah. Unlock Wanderer's Palace. Yep. The Wanderer's Palace is now accessible. Okay. Let's get our upgraded rings and choker on, and then let's go where we meant to go, which is Camp Overlook. Adventure, huh? With a message from Slothswiss, you say? Eh? Preemptive strike to take the wind out of the kobold sails before they can mount an attack? She'd recruit old buccaneers like us for the effort. This, when even Admiral Whirlwhip has her hands full with the damn beasts? It's either the most barnacle-brained idea I've heard, or the most bloody brilliant. I'll confess, I had my doubts when I heard she was leaving the Yellow Jackets. But I see that wench is as salty as a sea dog as ever. Hey, this should prove most interesting. So this is the third of those 3 quests that we grabbed up. May fly the flag of the Maelstrom now, but in years past, me and my crew were some of the scurviest pirates to sail the seas. Traded in our Jolly Rogers for the Crimson and Black when Merlewib assumed the admiralship. Our days of pillaging and plundering may be behind us, but a pirate never loses his nose for treasure and glory. If you can convince my crew that there's a fortune to be had in fighting the kobolds, I suspect you'd find them most agreeable to joining your cause. Say, for instance, if there were a healthy bounty for any buccaneer who made a name for him or herself in the Kobold War. I believe something like that just might be arranged. Why don't you convey the message to my men? Think about it. Bounty on the kobolds? Cups of grog flowing over? Bottomless bowls of grub? And buxom wenches on each arm. That sounds like a right tasty proposition. Now, where do we put me cutlass? Sir, you have an axe. Arr, I've been meaning to buy a new peg for me humbled mate, and this bounty you speak of will let me do just that. Raise the mast. Tomorrow I set sail for kobold territory. We'd faced danger countless times together, ever since our pirating days. That was until our last mission, when the 5 of us set out together, and only I returned. I'm not fool enough to hold out hope that me comrades still live, but not having so much as a scrap of thread to remember them by pains me like a saber in the gut. Might you go to the battlefield and bring back a memento of me fallen brothers? Oh, that was a new quest. Okay. Swore to myself that my pirating days were through, but deep within I've always longed to sail the open seas again. This is the chance I've been waiting for. Fallen is out there. Okay, there's one more back this way. Bounty for fighting the kobolds. Why did you not say so sooner? Never cared much for the scurvy beasts. Tell Captain I'll be sailing east on the morrow. Okay, what's next below it in? So you had little trouble winning over my crew. Once a pirate, always a pirate. Skull and crossbones of limps have set sail once more, and I pity any beastmen caught in their wake. Can't let my men have all the fun now, can we? What say you join us in a little operation that's sure to hit the kobolds where it hurts the most, in the Crucible. As you know, the beast prides themselves on their alchemical skills. We've located a hidden storehouse containing a prototype for a new Crucible. I don't know what it's capable of, and I'm not of a mind to find out. I would charge you with drawing the kobolds' attention while my levy sees to the Crucible. Take these makeshift bombs to Iron Lake, where you'll find stores of sundry provisions belonging to the kobold army. I trust you'll know what to do from there. And mind you, the bigger the explosion, the better. Words to live by. Maybe mount up. Thank you. Fallen, Mark of the Red Swallow. Operation Crucible down. Crucible down! We've got a crucible down! Boom. Boom. We got 2 more Mark of the Red Swallows. One's here. And the other is, where are you? Right here. And that's all of those exploded in. Let's see how many stages to the Blow It In quest there are. And yes, that's the name I'm sticking to for him. And have you? Did you find aught of me fallen comrades? Yep. I know it wouldn't have made no difference, but I just wish I could have been with them at the end. The tears I shed be little more than drops in the ocean. I must take up their fight and see that their sacrifice wasn't in vain. Really random. Where did you even come from? What prompted that to spawn? Work. I reckon I heard those blasts all the way from here. You'll be pleased to know what the operation was a rousing success. The Crucible is no more. I should keep the kobolds quiet for a spell. Nothing like the pleasure of a job well done. I reckon the grog we guzzled tonight will be the finest we've had in months. Significant. Just give me the money. Aye, Pirates of Limps have added another chapter to our legend. We couldn't have done it without you. On behalf of my crew, you have my thanks, adventurer. In a perfect world, a mere word of our triumph would convince any pirate captain still sailing aimlessly in search of treasure to quit their plunder and invite the good fight. But I know as well as any that coin is the quickest, and oftentimes the only, way to a pirate's heart. Drafted a full report of the operation, along with the suggestion that the Maelstrom Institute generous rewards for any pirate, be he captain, cook, or swab, who contributes to their cause. I'd be most obliged if you could deliver it to Commander Riki. And after you do that, send my regards to Sloth Swiss. Tell her I'm waiting for her. Yeah, so that's... Riki's what, in... Yeah, you're in Limsa. Okay.